Son of a bitch, what is this? Season 2, episode 4?
3.5, 4,
Yeah, 3.5. We kind of lost half an episode last week due to some sound issues. But as always, we have Adam, Ty, myself, Jeremy, and filling in again is my brother Duffy.
Hey. More
Cue the cricket sounds.
Crickets.
Cricket. Ooh, that's tasty. We have to mention our lovely sponsor at Firefly Spirits. Firefly Spirits has provided us with a new flavor of their delicious moonshine. This is the apple pie.
Look at some of that.
That's really smooth.
It's really sweet, and it's really delicious. I've had a lot of apple pie moonshines, and that is probably one of my favorites right there.
Yeah, it was two big gulps there.
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
It's very good. Works really well. Once again, Sprite works with just about anything.
Oh, you're mixing that with Sprite?
Yeah, and it's delicious.
The taste of
that
lemon.
can't be that great.
It's really
His
good.
looks darker. I think his is going to be better.
No, his is just straight moonshine.
Mine was a straight.
Oh, that's why it looks
See,
better.
That's tasty.
that's not bad.
That's very tasty.
You're right.
It's kind of
It
like
still tastes like apple pie. I don't taste the Sprite at all.
right, exactly. Basically, Sprite just gives it bubbles.
Tasty.
Oh, that's great. I think I like that better than the peach.
Yeah, it's good. It's very
And
good.
as always, we've got their sweet tea vodka.
Which is your
which
standby
is-
now.
That's my go-to drink now. I drink their sweet tea vodka with a little bit of splash of Sprite, and it's
It's pretty great. It's
pretty
like
damn good.
it's like an Arnold Palmer.
but like I said, it's got that little bit of kick of the vodka, but
And if
fantastic.
you're not, we found out today if you can't do sugar, they do have a skinny tea.
really,
Oh,
That is.
I am trying to lose some weight.
That is not no sugar added. It is sweetened naturally.
if you're interested in any one of the fine spirits that you see on our table, make sure to check out our sponsor at fireflyspirits.com, fireflydistillery.com, and fireflyvodka.com.
They all route to the same page, so we'll pick your choice.
No more arguments.
Yeah. All right, so as usual, we're going to kick it off with our picks from this week. Was there any, before we jump into this week's picks, weren't able to get into it last week. Was there anything last week that kind of let you guys down on what we picked that didn't really?
I'll let Adam go because I
Yeah.
know he wants to.
Yeah, I
say it.
really.
That's why we're doing this first, because Adam's got a lot to say.
I was really disappointed in Spawn Kills Everyone. It was just too infantile, even for Todd McFarlane.
Calling a Todd McFarlane book infantile is like fucking telling your
baby.
your 3-year-old, you're quit acting like a baby, grow up.
That's what I said. It was infantile for Todd McFarlane.
Todd stuff it's Todd stuff. I mean, you either are a fan or you're not.
He posted on Facebook that the first run was sold out, and they're doing a second printing, and it's got a different cover. The second cover's awesome too.
Yeah, the variant cover was pretty cool too.
He had some cool. It's a cool concept. Do I think it was pushed to the limits it needed to be? No. I think if he would have done it in conjunction with Marvel and DC,
Or if it would have come out, during San Diego Comic-Con, because that's what it was all about.
yeah, I think that's what it was originally slated to be. It was a San Diego Comic-Con thing.
Oh, yeah, it's Todd McFarlane, so it's not on time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I was also, but I was.
I'm gonna tag Todd in this.
Okay, good.
in this video.
I really liked The Fallen. I thought it was a really well-written story about all the Hulk characters.
The Civil War stuff has been great.
And
even the tie-in stuff has been really good.
And Gwenpool was just awesome.
I didn't read the newest Gwenpool yet, but I'm assuming it's good because I've liked all of them so far.
That's true. Mine from last week, I didn't actually do picks last week, but I did. I can't recommend enough Legends of Tomorrow. If you're not reading that run, it's really good. It feels a lot like the old DC Brave and the Bold kind of thing.
Good anthology stuff.
Yep, very cool. Even if you're not a fan of the show, the book is amazing.
Well, it has nothing to do with the show.
No.
It's an anthology book.
Yep.
It actually has full comics inside of it.
Yep.
However, the show is really good.
Yeah,
I love the show.
Surprised me. 'Cause
I love the show.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of any of those properties, but
It's a cool.
the show's tight. I
Yeah.
thought it was good.
We're gonna go crazy this week.
We're gonna go me first.
You
this
go
time?
first.
my God.
You go first. this
I
week.
am back to my typical 4 pick instead of 5 picks. I don't even remember how many I had last week, but
You got a full
You had
5
5.
last week.
did I? That's why I don't remember because it was odd and unusual.
Yep. You felt weird saying it.
Strange and unusual.
Number 4 is going to be my only DC title, pretty much that I'll probably ever pick, but it's gonna be Six Pack and Dog Welder.
Two of the
Section 8.
just the worst villains ever.
Garth
And-
Ennis too.
yeah, the Dog Welder is an actual golden, or is it golden or silver age?
Silver. Yeah.
Silver age DC villain, and he welded dogs together.
Yep.
As you can tell on the cover.
Like, I fucking shit you not, this was a thing that
So good.
happened.
This cover's so good.
And it's the book. Basically, the book is him and the other character that is continuity, Six Pack, who drinks a lot and gets superpowers from drinking.
looks so
Are
miserable.
now
He's about to get welded together with another goddamn dog.
Yeah,
It's the dog.
It's the story continuing from All Star
Yeah.
Section 8.
right. So yeah,
This is gonna be a run of 6 books, which
and it'll be really funny.
that cover
I mean,
is awesome.
It's-
I
If it's
love
if
it.
it's as juvenile as Section 8, it's going to be great.
yeah, and you can't really go wrong with Garth Ennis.
Yeah.
Number 3 is gonna be Deadpool 17. Who fucking doesn't love Deadpool? Yada yada yada. We fucking get it, right?
It's a well written book.
Even
Yeah.
I like that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that says something when Adam, who hates everything Marvel, and he hates Deadpool, and I don't know how he continuously likes Deadpool.
It's like,
This one's
I
gonna
like
come-
Deathstroke.
Oh, Slade. This one's coming from IDW, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 61.
And that's your favorite cover, right?
The only reason I picked this is because I absolutely hate this fucking cover. And I want to be like, why? I don't know. I want to know
Why?
what's inside it, because this cover, I'm sorry, it's god awful, man.
But the comic itself is the best fan service you could get for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
The ongoing story.
it's on par with what Eastman did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it is Eastman.
that's why then.
There you go.
That's why.
Research.
That's why
Yeah,
it's
I
as
don't-
good
I
as
don't-
Eastman stuff, because it's Eastman stuff. And then my number 1, just
Edit
because
that out.
I've been waiting for it to come as an actual issue instead of online.
We're tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, I know, right? I was tired of waiting for it, so...
I read it.
Well, I don't like digitally downloading my stuff because I work in a comic book store.
That is true.
Even though I just said the opposite last week when we were talking about it, but that might have been cut off in the part where we don't have sound. But it is Ulysses number 1, which is a tie-in story of Civil War II. Ulysses being that goddamn precog who keeps fucking everything up. Or making things better, we're not sure.
We're not sure yet. We're not sure.
What's cool about
But I like
Ulysses is that it's a Karnak story.
Yep.
And we're not getting that anymore.
Nope.
So I mean, it's not Warren Ellis doing it, but it's still Karnak. So
Okay, we got Jeremy's picks in. Adam, you're up.
all right, my number 5 is Hanna-Barbera's Wacky Raceland number 3. Number 3.
Number 3.
This post-apocalyptic take on.
It's Mad Max meets
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, it's Hanna-Barbera's Mad Max with actual racing. It's actually pretty cool.
So, kind of like Roger Corman. God damn.
Roger Corman's
Roger
Mad Max.
Corman's Death Race.
Yeah,
Death Race.
Death Race, yeah.
Death Race.
So that's cool.
Starring a young Sylvester Stallone.
You hear me bitching a lot about Harley, but Harley's Little Black Book, where she fangirls over certain heroes,
It's pretty
fantastic. And they're going to the bombshells on this one.
Yep.
So Harley's Black Book 4 is number 4 for me. New Detective Comics. The Bat team is actually really cool. Clayface as a hero is something I really like.
Okay. I was sorry. I thought Robin's utility belt was his package. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I gave Robin a big old dick.
Look at Robin's big old dick.
Why do you think Batman likes him so much?
Holy shit.
My number 2 is DC's Hellblazer. It'll never beat Vertigo,
No.
but I don't know. It's a big one. So
Dude, I would love to see Alan Moore come back to write anything Hellblazer. Anything. An issue, a one-shot. I just want something. It was just me. I like Alan Moore, even though he's a prick.
He is. He's kind of a jerk.
Whatever. He writes great books.
Yeah,
Tag Alan Moore in this video too.
He won't watch it.
Oh God, no.
If there's any video with his name on it, he won't watch it.
The funniest thing he's ever done.
He's like, oh, they're just gonna say I'm a dick.
Yeah. But he knows it though. He did his whole thing on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Watchmen babies, V for vacation.
And he said that was the funniest thing he's ever seen.
Yeah. With him singing the Little Lulu song. Oh, that's Little Lulu. I
And he
love
loved-
you, Lulu.
He loved the Watchmen parody they did on South Park.
He loves that shit, but if you actually fuck with his stuff, no.
Yeah. My number one's Flash.
Of course.
Yeah. It's a good story.
It's Barry's day off.
The Speed Force is going crazy. Barry's getting too bogged down. There you go. There's my picks.
All right, guys, that's our new release picks for this week. Check TitanComics.com, Tytan Comics.com for the rest of the list of the stuff that's coming out tomorrow. I think we're getting 43 books, but that is a small portion of what local comic shops around the country are getting. So check the website, or check the website for your local comic shop, or go to comiclist.com to get the full list. We're going to do a real quick... we got a lot of positive feedback last week from you guys with the speculation books. So we're going to do, instead of me picking new releases this week, we're going to do speculative books on what we think is going to be hot and popular coming soon. Stuff that you can generally pick up for under 50 bucks that could double or triple in value over the next year to 2 years. Preacher number 8 from the original run. What's cool about this one is season 2 pretty much is going to pick up right where this starts. So you're going to get to introduce to the family and grandma and all that. This is a book.
So.
This is a book you can get for roughly about 20 bucks, guaranteed. The minute they hit the TV show, this thing is going to be a $100 book easily. Next up on the list is Crisis on Infinite Earths, which 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either 6 or 7.
7. This one's going to be really popular just because Supergirl has been a very popular show on the CW.
Which I don't know why. That show's terrible.
They introduced Martian Manhunter. That's the only reason I watched it.
I hate you guys.
I don't think they're going to kill her off, but
Say anything this time.
it is the death of
I'm sorry, the
Supergirl.
show's not good.
Well, neither's your taste.
Oh my God! I'm trying to educate these kids. This is a book you can roughly get anywhere from 30 to 15 bucks. Totally worth getting, just because the birth of the Justice League and the Supergirl TV show will make this a hard to find item sooner rather than later.
Just
I'm going to
because
save that one for
Just
last.
because UPN decided
Stop
to
calling
change
it
to the
UPN!
CW
The Yupin.
does not make their fucking programming any better.
With the release of the new season of The Walking Dead, the speculation of who's going to get the baseball bat to the face from Negan, my vote goes for Abraham. And if you really...
I thought you were gonna hold up an episode or an issue 100, and I was like, "You need to put that away, sir."
This is Walking
spoiler,
Dead
man.
number 53. This is the first appearance of Abraham. There is speculation and talk that he is the one that is going to go at the hands of Negan. If so, this is a book that is going for anywhere from 75 to 100 bucks right now. It's a little bit on the pricier end, but if you get it now, and it does turn out that he is the one that gets the baseball bat, that could be a $300 book overnight.
And it's so much better than a TV show.
Overnight.
It is.
Overnight.
And Glenn's dead.
Yeah.
I was say, like, you would think, like, I mean, issue 100 should, I mean, has already gone up
Did you
since
see that
Negan's came. But
I'm going to do that one.
you would think if Abraham's the one to go, why would the first appearance of Abraham go up? But issue
Because
100
it would-
should go down.
Yeah, it should.
It would be the deviation from the story.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people want to see the character that, what was it? What was one of the first ones that died that was in the book? Shane.
Shane.
He
Shane's
died in, like, book 6.
right. Shane's first
That
appearance
fucking
went up. Well, Shane's first appearance was technically issue 1. It actually
Oh,
raised.
yeah, issue 1 went.
Yeah, it raised the value of issue 1 because it had Shane. Next up on the list, Infinity Gauntlet number 1. If you can find any of the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, you could usually get it for around 25 bucks. With Infinity War coming soon, this is definitely one you're going to want to hold on to, find out.
It's still one of my favorite covers, too.
It's
Great cover.
not the greatest ending to a story, but it's definitely, it introduces the Infinity Gauntlet, it introduces all the stuff you want to see.
And they just put out the Infinity Watch trade paperbacks too, the
Yep.
anniversaries.
Yep. The cool thing about this one is because Infinity War is so far off, you can still get this one from in the neighborhood of $15 to $25. So snatch it up now, because as soon as they release an Infinity War movie,
And get it graded.
get it. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. But this is that's kind of the point, is you can always find these books raw, and you can find them for fairly cheap, but they're definitely going to be worth something. And lastly would be New Mutants 100, from the standpoint of, if you don't think that they're not going to introduce X-Force into Deadpool 2, you're fucking crazy. And this is the technical first appearance of X-Force. So keep an eye out on this one. This one you can usually get for about $10 to $15. But yeah, snatch it up while you can.
Yeah, Domino.
Yep. If they don't include Domino in the new Deadpool movie,
They already put out a thing on the internet saying if you
they're
don't know much,
casting.
no,
for
they
it.
don't know much about Domino for Deadpool 2. Read up on this, and I was like, no, that's good.
Oh, there you go.
But that's it for the speculative picks. Like I said, if you have any questions about books we have here in stock, email us at titancomics@gmail.com or send a message at facebook.com/titancomics.
And with that, I think we need to take a commercial break because I got to refill this drink.
We're going to take a break, refill some drinks.
Do that.
We'll be back in 2 minutes.
This episode of Comics and Cocktails is brought to you by Firefly Distillery. Located in South Carolina, Firefly is the largest distillery in the state and has become a large destination in the Charleston area. Firefly makes a variety of sweet tea vodkas, as well as many different flavors of moonshine, whiskey, rums, and ready-to-drink specialties. Check out these products and more at fireflyspirits.com. So head to your local liquor store and ask for Firefly, spirits with a southern flavor.
All right, guys, welcome back. Once again, thank you to our friends at Firefly Spirits and Firefly Distillery, Firefly Vodka. Make sure to go to all those websites, pick up your spirits from them, and tell them that we sent you.
Actually, tell them that we sent them. That's a good idea because we haven't been telling people to do that yet.
If you enjoy the product, please email them and let them know you heard it. I heard about it through Comics and Cocktails.
I heard about your liquor on this podcast.
On this comic book show.
Whatever, dude. They keep providing us with delicious beverages. I'm happy with whatever. So let them know. Give them some feedback.
So good.
All right, so we usually do a question of the week. This week's question is best toy line derived from a comic property or pop culture franchise. I'm going to start it off and kind of give you guys something to go with.
Good.
Yeah, because it was my question. I forgot to think about it.
I'm gonna break it up into sections. Comic book adaptation. The best toy line I think that has ever come out was the Secret Wars run. It is the most useless collection ever that had all the characters with their secret identities revealed on their shield.
Their lenticular shields.
The lenticular shield that if you moved it the right way, it's like, oh, it's Spider-Man. Nope, it's Peter Parker. Spider-Man. It was rather cool, but it did change the game for action figures. They became more of the soft kind of Kenner, but not. They were still kind of posable.
They were kind of rubbery.
Rubbery,
Yeah.
exactly. We've got a few examples here at the shop.
Like Duffy, apparently.
What'd I do?
Like you?
I don't know, you pointed at him.
No, up there.
That's so
Now, from a pop culture standpoint, I'm going to give you guys this one. And this one from a standpoint of this was not a very well-made toy, and it was for a popular TV show.
Alf?
Star Trek The Next Generation.
Okay.
Now, the reason I'm going with that one is for one reason. That toy brought collecting of toys to a whole new level, to where it is now, to where there's chase figures and there's this, there's that.
It gave Star Wars a run for its money.
It did. It
with
very
the
much did.
variation of characters.
Right, and each character, each toy was stamped on the foot. So it turned into where people were checking the bottoms to find lower print numbers. Like that was never done before. You just if you collected Star Wars toys, you had to go and get all the Star Wars figures. This one, you're not only looking for the figure, you're looking for the lowest print run of said figure. That's the insanity that's now commonplace in most toy collecting. especially when hunting for chases, especially with Funko Pops. Yeah, that's my take on it.
That's a good pick.
From a collectability standpoint, Star Trek knocked it out of the water. Yeah, you couldn't have done better than those guys. Anybody else got anything, or you still need a minute? Because I still have.
I got.
Yeah, if
All
you
right.
want to go. That's fine.
Go for it, Adam.
To be the DC antithesis to your Marvel, mine was the DC superpowers.
DC superpowers.
Squeeze their legs, they do everything.
Is that the ones where you squeeze them together and they go like this?
That's right.
They rotate and they move their arms?
Yeah, punching action. Yep, punching action.
And vehicles, I mean, you can get Luther's fucking spaceship. And
Collector's standpoint, here's something you don't know about, or you might not know about DC superpowers. The last toy produced by DC Superpowers was a Cyborg figure. And the print run was incredibly low because they weren't aware they were going to be canceling the run. So if you're ever out at a flea market and see an old Superpowers Cyborg figure, that thing goes for roughly $300 in fair condition. In poor condition, I've seen them go as high as $150. So we had one in the shop not too long ago and sold it for $250.
All right.
Yeah.
My favorite Goofy line would probably be the Batman Returns figures. Because it was like every
had a lot
bat
of
suit
those
you
when I
could
was little.
you could think of. Arctic Attack Batman.
Yep. There was one as Batman as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
Like
where he had ice on him and stuff. It was,
all kinds of shit.
the Batman run from the original Tim Burton movie had the most useless figure ever created.
Bob.
Bob comes with a gun.
Bob Gun.
That's it. That's all it is.
That's all I needed, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? That dude's got a goddamn gun.
And a hat. A hat to cover his bald head.
That's all he needs.
Or you can like put him in a cowboy outfit. He could be Cookie from City Slickers.
He could be Cookie from City Slickers. That would be fun. That is the same guy.
Yeah,
isn't
it is the
it?
same guy.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, necessarily wasn't a comic book necessarily first, but there's a lot of comics now. G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
One of my favorites of all time.
G.I. Joe is up there with Star Wars with the amount of shit.
They were like the unbreakable toy line,
Yeah.
unbreakable not in a real sense.
No,
but
they were
broke
very
barriers.
breakable. They were McFarlane breakable.
They were like one of those like properties like that's gonna like those.
You could do
you
anything
could,
with them.
you're like I could make one that just looks like a Native American. We'll call him fucking
Chief Running Bullets.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like he didn't even have to be in the show or the comics or nothing. They're like it's just a new character we came up with. G.I. Joe, suck our dicks.
Yeah. Or they would have the Vipers and they were just different colors.
different colors.
Yeah, it didn't fucking
They're
matter.
orange and black
And
now. It's
you
fine.
bought them, and that was it.
Yep.
And like, I mean, even the 12-inch figures, all of them were.
Oh, the
they were
troopers. The idea that you would have to buy. Well, I need to get multiple troopers. I can't just have one because on the
I'm
show
not gonna fight.
there's
I'm not gonna
50
fight
of
one.
them.
One goddamn
like
trooper.
life and goes,
I need
there's another one over
17 of these fuckers.
Exactly. I need to look like there's a bunch.
And they were never cheaper than the regular ones
Oh,
because
God,
that would
no.
be stupid.
No.
And also one of my favorite, not only shows and movies and shit of all time, and my favorite action figures I had as a kid was fucking Toxic Avenger.
That was
hell
great.
yeah.
Those toys were my fucking favorite.
That's a TV show and a toy line
Based off.
that when Fox did it, they were like, we've never seen the original movie. Just go ahead and put that out. It's about a superhero.
Lloyd who?
Oh yeah, exactly. That was a
One of the greatest cartoon shows.
right,
But it was hilarious.
Yeah, and
that's one that was during the
Best
90s.
toy line.
Yeah.
Man,
When
really nice.
Fox's TV shows just kind of they would just slide shit in, and they're just like, shh, don't tell anybody. It's fine.
People were too distracted by Bobby's World and shit. They didn't give a fuck about anything.
Bobby's World does not hold up.
No.
I tried
Try
watching.
to go back and watch.
Yeah,
Bobby's
I
World.
watched about 10 minutes, and I was like, Howie Mandel needs to
what is
quit
it?
What,
fucking
you want
talking
to hear
like
that
that.
voice
What
for
is this
25
pedophile?
minutes?
What is this
Oh, Bobby,
pedophile
don't
doing?
shut no.
Oh, good God. That's gonna be next week's question. We're gonna go ahead and give it to you guys, and you hit us up on the Facebook. Let us know
Best
what your-
cartoon as a child, worst cartoon as an adult.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best cartoon as a child, worst cartoon as an adult. Let us know what you think didn't hold up versus what still is pretty good now. So hit us up. We'll post.
Yes.
we'll
I like
po-
this idea. I like where you're going with this.
We'll post a link on the page
So many.
with the question. You guys go ahead, ask away, fill in the spots, and we'll give you the fan poll of what the worst and best comic book from our childhood. What holds up the
Cartoon.
worst?
Comic
Cartoon.
or cartoon,
Cartoon.
whatever. Just
Cartoons.
give me something that you were super fucking into as a kid, and then you went back as an adult and looked at it, and you're like, what
I
the
have to do this. I
fuck?
have to be here next week now.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's fucking do that.
Yep. So make sure to send them in. If you have any questions you want to add to the show, make sure to hit us up at titancomics@gmail.com or hit us up at Comics and Cocktails on Facebook. Facebook.com.
Facebook.com/Comics and Cocktails Show.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Also, make sure to follow the Nerd-O-Rama Network on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Can I say mine now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he gets.
Oh, yeah.
he gets.
I forgot.
No. We're still going.
Oh,
We're still
okay.
going.
God damn it, you've been so quiet back there.
I'm throwing it in.
Sitting behind
Listen
me.
to you guys talk.
Last but not least, Duffy is going to give us.
I'm gonna go old school.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Ninja Turtles because I collected
I had all of them.
every single one.
Even
of
the
them.
dumb ones. Like, I had all of them, dude.
I mean, I couldn't get enough of them, and the figures they came out with, and
They got bad towards
they
the
got
end.
terrible.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
they
the original like
What,
beginning.
there's an article of like the top 100 worst Ninja Turtle
I have
sure
one.
there could be a lot
I
of them.
have one sitting at the house that was the Ninja Turtles did a run where they cohabitated with the Universal monsters, and I have an April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein.
I had it.
It's still in the package. It's sitting at my house. I will bring it for next week's show.
Please do. I would love to see that.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, there towards the end, it was like, oh, it's Mikey's a cop and Leo's a bus driver.
I'm talking about the original one.
the original run was
The original
great.
run, not the ones where they could
But
transform
I like
into a
the
big,
the
small
ones that
turtle
were like
and,
kind of rubbery and they had like the weird like the dot with the yellow spot around it. You remember those?
Yeah.
Those were, and then they had the hard chest and the hard back, but they were like rubbery and you could pop the arms off, and they were like,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm in.
those were my favorite ones. Those were the shit.
I just liked it
I didn't
because
like the
ooze
really
went
hard
everywhere.
plastic.
Oh yeah, it did.
And my dad and mom did not like it.
No,
And I
God,
thought
no.
it was the funniest thing in the world.
It was the same.
You ruined the
stuff as
carpet.
Same stuff as the He-Man slime, as
Yeah.
the Ghostbuster slime.
Yep.
It was just made
Ghostbusters.
to ruin carpet.
Ghostbusters is
Ghostbusters.
another one of
Yeah,
that
good
line.
Yeah,
that was.
I had a bunch of those too.
Those were kind of kitschy, but they were kind of kitschy in a fun way. Like the ghost would turn into stuff, and it was really neat though. And you had the proton pack where you had to spin it.
Spin it, yeah.
The thing
with your
turned.
finger. Yeah.
I can't believe we haven't mentioned this because it's one of the best toy creators of all time. Is anything that McFarlane's ever fucking produced.
That's true.
Oh, you mean the
They
semi-posable
weren't necessarily
statues?
toys; they were kind of collectible figures,
The Spawn-
which
the
was
Spawn one.
McFarlane
They were
up
cool.
to the
which
game
was the
on
start of like
Yeah.
collectible
High-end
figurines,
toys.
pretty much.
High-end
Like
toys.
High-end
designer
collectibles,
toys.
Yeah.
McFarlane was the guy who gave us the first really detailed sculpts.
Oh yeah,
You look at
yeah.
that first run
Jesus.
of the movie Maniacs line he did,
Oh,
and
my
you were just
God.
like, that looks like Robert Englund in makeup. Like
I remember
that.
I was.
You could
al-
take Jason's
I was always
mask off.
upset.
Yeah.
I was always upset when I was a little kid because like normal toys like $5 or whatever, and the McFarlane was like $30.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't fucking get that
Nope.
right now.
Nope.
I mean, I eventually got them, but like it was like one of those like it's not one of those we're at the store pick out a toy kind of thing.
Well, that's
like,
that's another thing you got to realize is when
had
we
to go
were
to, like,
kids.
Suncoast Movies or whatever.
Yeah, they were in the
Suncoast
back
Video,
in the dark
yeah,
corner.
Dude, had to pick that shit up there.
I was there to collect Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say
too.
they had
Dragon Ball.
a
That's what I
lot
was
of
there
Dragon
for.
Ball stuff. Yeah.
A
That's
lot
true.
of Dragon Ball stuff.
All right, guys, that's going to finish it up for this week. So we will see you guys next week. Make sure you follow us all, Nerd-O-Rama Network, Facebook.com/Titan Comics, Nerd-O-Rama Network.tv,
Yes.
.tv, YouTube, Nerd-O-Rama Network, ClassicInc.com, or Classic Inc., Classic-Inc.com.
Classic-inc.com.
For all your tattoo needs. All right, guys,
You
hit
can
us
follow
up.
me on Instagram if you want. It's at JJ Beeler. I don't give a shit.
It's a good
He's
time.
very funny on Instagram.
I'm
Funnier on
Adam _Ghostbuster.
Snapchat. It's the same thing on Snapchat.
At Titan
too.
Comics and at
Yeah, add me
KD
on Snapchat.
Truax. There you go. Follow us all on
I didn't know
Instagram.
this.
Personally stalk
I
us.
look at your stuff. a
Add
lot.
me on Snapchat. I post some shit.
He
We're,
does.
we're all on Snapchat. We're all on Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook. Okay, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Don't mess with me, man. I know karate. I really mean it, man. I'll kick you in your body. Cause I know ninjas like a punches and kicks. Nunchucks and ninjas and punches and kicks. Don't mess with me, man. I know karate. I really mean it, man. I'll kick you in your body. Cause I know ninjas like a punches and kicks. Nunchucks and ninjas and punches and kicks. Nunchucks and ninjas and punches and kicks.
Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of Jedi Master Yoda. I am. and Professor Utonium, and Mr. Hedman from Foster's Home. And you're watching the Nerd-O-Rama Network. Cool.